Hello everyone, and welcome to the Knowledge Channel, where we pursue knowledge to gain understanding and wisdom. We believe knowledge is the fundamental resource for every human endeavor, and therefore critical to a successful life. In this video, I will examine one of the most amazing miracles ever performed and compare it to our life struggles today with the view of giving us confidence that God has not changed and can perform similar miracles in our lives even today when all hope is lost. Let us start by defining what a miracle is. A miracle is defined as an extraordinary event that cannot be explained by any natural, scientific, or logical reason, and therefore can only be attributed to a divine intervention. Miracles are often seen as remarkable occurrences that defy logic or probability, inspiring awe, hope, and faith, and resulting in a favorable or welcomed outcome. Miracles, whether the parting of seas or the quiet recovery from a dismal prognosis, share a common thread. They are beacons of hope that defy rational explanation, inviting us to look beyond human perception and reasoning. Today, miracles are often interpreted in various ways, depending on cultural, religious, and personal beliefs. For some, miracles are direct interventions by a higher power or the universe, while others view them as highly improbable but possible events that bring about positive change or outcomes. Miracles reinforce our belief in a higher power beyond human discernment, guiding and nurturing our physical and spiritual resilience. The concept of miracles is highly important to Christians in particular. Christians regard miracles as acts of God that manifest His power, love, and presence in the world in the past and present. These extraordinary events are viewed as signs that reinforce faith, demonstrate God's intervention in human affairs, and validate the divine nature of God and His Son, Jesus Christ. Miracles are a key component of Christian theology and spirituality, reflecting the belief that God is actively involved in creation and capable of overruling natural laws as He wishes for the shape of His people. In our daily lives, filled with its routine and challenges, the notion of miracles might seem distant or reserved for biblical stories. Yet, every time a community comes together to lift one of its members, every moment an unexpected solution arises amidst crisis. The essence of a miracle unfolds, not in spectacle but in substance. Before we continue, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This way, you will be the first to know when I upload similar educational and religious videos like this one. Thank you. The crossing of the Red Sea is an emblematic example of the deliverance power of a miracle found in the Bible. The background story of this spectacular miracle stems from God liberating the children of Israel from slavery in Egypt and setting them on a course to the Promised Land. They must pass through the wilderness. The Egyptians, enemies, pursued them to destroy them and prevent them from reaching the Promised Land. God opened a way where there seemed to be no way, delivered the children of Israel when all hope was lost, and destroyed the Egyptian army, the enemy, in the process. God parted the Red Sea allowing the children of Israel to escape across the Red Sea on dry land. This miracle stands as a testament to the power of God to come to our rescue in moments of great fear, pressure, and hopelessness, breaking the chains that bind us in slavery, torment, suffering, and misery. As we go through our modern lives, each of us encounters our own Red Sea, a challenge so formidable that it threatens to overwhelm and even destroy us. The Israelites had to go through three challenges in this situation. 1. Liberation from Egypt, a place of sorrow, slavery, suffering, and misery. 2. The wilderness, a place of complaints, challenges, doubts, and formidable 3. Promise, land Canaan, a place of peace, joy, comfort, and fulfillment. God liberated the Israelites from slavery in Egypt after the 10 plagues, culminating in the Passover still celebrated today by the Israelites. Next, God appointed Moses to lead the Israelites through the wilderness to the promised land of Canaan. God knew there was a shorter route from Egypt to Canaan the Israelites could take, but purposely chose a longer, more dangerous route. Exodus 13:17 reads, "And it came to pass when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, Lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt." God purposely instructed Moses to encamp in a specific place where they would seemingly become entrapped with no place to go except forward through the Red Sea. Exodus 14:1-4 read, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before Pihahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, over against Baal-zephon, before it shall be encamped by the sea. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, They are entangled in the land, the wilderness has shut them in." The Israelites encamped at the place instructed by God, passing through a narrow path, flanked by stepped mountains on both sides, and encamped at the shore of the Red Sea. There was no way out of this location once the only entry point was blocked, except through the Red Sea. God deliberately did this to glorify his name. God hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he sent his army to pursue and destroy the Israelites in their seemingly trapped position at the shore of the Red Sea. Exodus 14:17 reads, "And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen." The Egyptian army thus pursued the Israelites, occupying the only narrow pathway to find them encamped at the shore of the Red Sea, at today's Nuweiba beach on the Gulf of Aqaba. At this time, the Israelites looked completely trapped and hopeless, with nowhere to escape but to face certain death from Pharaoh's army. At this desperate and hopeless time, God parted the Red Sea, allowing the Israelites to pass over dry land to cross the Red Sea to the other side of the shore. Exodus 14:21-22 reads, "And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Pharaoh and his army continued to pursue the Israelites through the path in the Red Sea, and at this time the wall of water collapsed on them and destroyed the entire Egyptian army. Exodus 14:27 reads, "And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea." Thus, God rescued the Israelites at the last moment when hope was lost and destroyed the Egyptians, the enemy. This represents a great victory for the Israelites and an extraordinary miracle of deliverance by God. This event serves as an example of how God can save his own people with a powerful and mighty hand when all hope is lost, and make a way where there seems to be no way. The God who saved the Israelites then is still the same God today, and can repeat similar miracles for those who worship him in truth and in faith. Hebrews 13:8 states, "Jesus Christ the same yesterday and today and forever." Yet, just as the waters parted for the Israelites, so can our impassable obstacles be overcome with the right blend of faith, perseverance, and communal support. Are you facing your own Red Sea today? Have faith and assurance that God can get you across safely. The story of the victory of the Israelites from liberation from slavery, crossing the Red Sea, and arriving at the Promised Land teaches us about God's ability to deliver us from our enemies and challenges even today, however formidable they can be. The Israelites' experience of liberation, fraught with peril but ultimately triumphant, can serve as a blueprint for individuals facing their own Red Seas. Your Red Sea. In today's life can be a terrible disease, a troubled marriage, an abusive husband, an unfaithful spouse, barrenness, joblessness, an unsatisfactory job, being unable to find a wife or husband, and other life challenges. The challenges can lead you to a state of hopelessness and extreme despair, just as the Israelites felt at the shore of the Red Sea thousands of years ago. The key is to have faith in the plan of God for your life. Remember, God has a plan for your life and will guide you through life as he implements his plan. Jeremiah 29:11 states, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Remember, God did not promise followers a trouble-free life, but he promised he would find a way out of any challenges we have in life. 1 Corinthians 10:13 says, "No temptation has come upon you except what is common to humanity. But God is faithful. He will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with the temptation, he will also provide the way out so that you may be able to bear it." With faith, obedience, and living a godly life, when you are at your Red Sea situation, God will perform his miracle, provide a way out of the problem. He will not only rescue you from the situation, but also destroy your enemies, thereby allowing you a safe passage to your promised land. We have come to the end of another interesting and educational discussion. The story of the incredible miracle of the Red Sea sets a profound precedent for the human capacity to overcome adversity through the divine intervention of God in fulfilling His promise to His people. God had promised to take the Israelites to the promised land of Canaan, and He will do everything to ensure their safe arrival at the land in fulfilling His promise. This unchanging character of God, who always fulfills His promise, gives us the assurance today that He will rescue us from whatever Red Sea we may be facing and destroy our enemies for us. It calls for a renewed commitment to living out these principles, ensuring that the legacy of hope, faith, and perseverance continues to illuminate paths to our modern-day Red Seas. Just as the Israelites found their path through divine intervention and collective will, so are we called to harness these timeless principles to navigate the complexities of modern life, affirming that God is still in the business of performing miracles even today. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching the video to the end. Click on the link below this video to watch my other interesting videos. Have a great day. Thank you. Goodbye.